Hello, welcome to the QMS channel. I'm Julie Harlow, and today we're going to talk about revision or version. Well, before I start, I'm going to ask you to like the video here, to subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Hit the share button and send this video to a friend, a colleague, or that quality group, that ISO group you have on WhatsApp. Well, that's a question we get here all the time when we talk. The ISO 9001 standard is under revision. The ISO 37001 standard is under revision. The ISO 9001 standard is in its 2015 version. Sometimes this question comes up: what is the difference between version and revision? That's what I'm going to clarify for you today. Well, when we talk about, I'll give you the example of ISO 9001, which is the most famous standard in the whole world, the standard of standards, ISO 9001. It had its first version in 1987. So when we talk about version, we're talking about the year it was published. The standard could be version 1, version 2, version 3, but ISO does not establish a number of versions, but a year. The year is already a way of controlling the document. The old document control, now documented information in ISO standards, establishes this point. So, to control the version of a document, we use either a sequential number or, in the case of ISO, the year the standard was published. So, for example, ISO 9001, the first version was in 1987. Then we see the subsequent versions. We're currently on version 2015 of ISO 9001, as well as ISO 14001. We're in version 2015, so that's the theme. You can also call it. Some companies call it revision 1, revision 2, but this is to make the difference between version and revision a little clearer for you. When we talk about the revision process, as the name implies, we're talking about a process. So, for example, ISO 9001, it's in version 2015 and it's currently under revision. In other words, it's the ISO technical group that is ISO TC 176. A new version of ISO 9001 is being drawn up. So we're in the process of revising it. This new version should be published in 2025 or 2026, and then we'll have version 2025, and it goes from 2015 to 2025. So that's the basic difference between revision and version. Now it's down to the company. For example, in your company you have a quality policy. This is a classic example. You control this documented information, you control this document. Let's say your company's quality policy is in version 01, version 02. Some companies also call it EV, as I said, revision 1, revision 2, and it's in the process of being revised, which will be for a later version. So that's the difference. We received this question here on the channel and it was necessary to create a video specifically explaining the versions. So, currently the standard's there. Just to make it clear to everyone, ISO 9001, it's in version 2015, it's in the process of being revised, which will culminate in version 2025. We are also in the process of revising ISO 37001, which is currently in version 2016. It should also combine a revision, a version of 2020. 10 years later. Currently, ISO 27001 Information Security has recently been revised, and we are currently on version 2022 of ISO 27001. I hope this video has helped you to understand the difference between version and revision in ISO management system standards. Before you leave, I'll ask you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below if you have any other interpretations. Give me more examples of version and revision. We'll see you next time. Bye.